Hi everybody and welcome to your first guitar lesson with myself, Chala. Guys, I've got to make sure that no one's telling you to take guitar lessons, that you want to do it by yourself and you're really keen to learn. I'm going to teach you as quickly and as simply as possible. I see on YouTube there's some sites that tell you that they can teach you how to play guitar within 5 or 10 days. I don't know, I don't know where they think you are going to get the time to do that. I'm going to post one video with a different chord. I'm going to try and post one every Friday. That gives you a week to practice the one chord. I always say to all my students, when I teach them a chord, I tell them, don't come back to me before you've perfected that chord. And then what I do is I video call them and check if they perfected it. And if they haven't, I give them another week. And if they have, we move on to the next chord. So please don't go to episode 2 if you haven't perfected the first chord. I'm going to start you with one of the more difficult chords, so it goes easier and easier from there on. Unfortunately, in this first episode, if you're a real beginner, there's a few little things I need to explain to you about the guitar, which I won't have to do in the next episodes because we're already covering that in the first episode. Firstly, obviously, this is the neck of the guitar. Right, this first little thing, it's called the nut, normally made out of bone or plastic, and that's what the strings rest on for you to be able to tune them. Right then, these little metal things here are called the frets. So if I talk about the first fret, it'll be that one. If I talk about the second fret, that one, third one, that one. Also, I'm just going to call the sound bars, that's the space in between. So the first sound bar would be that one, second one, that one, third one, that one. Okay, now you get two basic ways of playing. You get quite a few, but there's two basic ways of playing. One is obviously picking the guitar, which is like that. The second one is strumming the guitar, which means you can do it two ways. You can, which I don't use, as a plectrum, which you can just, get your rhythm, and that's it, just keep your rhythm. How I do it is I use my two fingers and my thumb and my middle finger, and I basically just, okay, everyone's got their own way. If you're going to learn, it is going to hurt your fingers at the beginning, and it might bleed a little bit, but it'll get hard. Same with the chords. Here I use electric or steel strings, and normally you can use nylon strings. Now to start off with, nylon strings might be a bit better because these steel strings, because you've got to push very hard, it actually gives you calluses on your finger. It's very sore at the beginning. And after a week or so, those calluses become so hard that you don't even feel it anymore. Right, let's get right into it, guys. One more thing, the fingers. We're only going to have 4 fingers in guitar playing. We're not going to use the thumb. The thumb is being used to hold the back of the guitar. Also, when you play the guitar, you want to bend your whole hand over. So your strings, you can push straight down and not touch all the strings at once. Okay, first chord, and this is the chord for this week, guys. I'm sending it on Friday. I'm posting this on Fridays. So you've got the whole weekend to practice. Okay, and then when you get home from school or work or whatever you do, please practice before you watch episode 2. After about a month after about 4 episodes, you should be able to play your first song. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to have fun teaching you. You know, guitar lessons are quite expensive and it wastes a lot of your time because you've got to drive there and drive back. But here we go. Okay, right. So if I speak about the first finger, it'll be this one. Second finger, this one. Third one, this one. And fourth one, that one. As I told you, sound bars is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, just one more little thing you might want to know. Each of these strings obviously have a name. And the easiest way, the notes are, the bottom string is called E string, the bottom E. And then the top one would be the top E. And then you go up, it's E, the second one is B, third one G, fourth one D, and the fifth one A, and then E again. Easy way to remember it is from the bottom up. Every boy gives Dora a earring. Okay, just think Dora standing there. It's her birthday. There's 6 boys. Each one gives Dora an earring. So every boy gives Dora an earring. At the beginning of every word, is the name of the string. Okay, so just keep telling yourself, every boy gives Dora a earring. Right, today we're going to do the chord called G. It's one of the harder ones for beginners. Let's start off. Let's see if you understand what I mean. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our third finger. Remember, you don't have a thumb. That's used for holding the guitar. And place it on the bottom E in the third sound bar. Right? Then you're going to take your middle finger or your second finger and place it on the top E. So you got in the third sound bar, you got the bottom E and the top E. Then you're going to take your first finger and place it on the second from the top note, which is A, in the second sound bar. So it's going to be second sound bar, second note from top with the first finger, third sound bar with a third finger, top E, and then bottom E with a third finger in the third sound bar. And when you strum it down, that's a sound you'll hear. Now be very careful that you don't touch two strings at once. You want to bend your wrist around so you only touch the notes that you're supposed to touch. If you are going to touch two notes at once, it's going to sound like this. Okay, we don't want that. Another thing is also, think of these little metal frets as poison. You don't want to touch them because that gives the guitar a total wrong sound. You can hear there in the middle. Okay, so you only want to be in the sound bars and only strum down nicely, just to start off with. Guys, practice G, and as soon as you can leave your hand and immediately just put it down and play, then watch episode 2 where I'm going to teach you another chord. Let's just think, what song can you play with only G? Well, I guess a strange version of Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, the fleece was white as snow. Yeah, well, I guess. Okay, guys, as you know, only if you're interested, please push the subscribe button. This is my income, and I'm not asking for any donations or anything. I need 1,000 subscribers to get me through and start getting some monetization from YouTube. If you don't want to miss the next episode, also, which will come out every Friday, please just hit the like button as well, please, and notification button. And then I will see you guys next Friday again for your next chord. Have a lovely, lovely weekend.